you.
All right, Miss Ashford, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with your attorney. Hang on just a second. Sign to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Sign to breakout room number 2. All you have to do is hit join, Miss Ashford.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Farkas, you had an opportunity to speak to your client. I'm going to go ahead and call that case. People versus Phyllis Ashford. On behalf of the people,
Lauren Ronald Smith for the people, Your Honor.
Morning again, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227, appearing on behalf of Ms. Ashford, who's present via Zoom. Ms. Ashford, can you state your name for the record?
Felice Ashford.
Judge, I did not have contact information for Ms. Ashford prior to this morning. So I would just ask the court if it will be willing to adjourn out the PCC for me to be able to review the discovery and discuss the matter with her before setting this for another court date.
sure, adjourn 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Can we do 3 weeks just because my schedule, Judge?
We put it on the
That's
same
fine.
time.
Judge Oakley's going to end up killing me. I'll do it 3 weeks, 10:30.
That works.
Ms. Farkas, can you do me a favor? I don't have her contact information on this sheet. Can you email Heather her cell and her email for me?
Yes, Judge.
Perfect. Heather will look for an email from you. All right, then Miss Ashford, you're all set. And you'll be on a Zoom call like this in 3 weeks, and it'll be actually in courtroom number 2 as opposed to courtroom number 3. Do you understand?
Okay. I'm not really sure how this works because I'm like all the way at the courthouse. So should I go here and ask them for a paper or?
No,
it's the
they're gonna
same?
send you something. That's why I asked your attorney to send us your contact information, and then we'll send you the way to get on the Zoom, okay? But-
Okay,
Or you
thank
can
you.
go to our website and just click on courtroom number 2 off of our website.
But Ms.
Okay,
Ashford,
thank you.
we'll be talking some more, so I can explain everything to you more when I talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Nothing
perfect.
left
All right,
before?
thank you very much. Yep, and have a good day. Mr. Barker, on your case on Glenn Patton, I don't have your client yet. Are we
No.
still waiting? What do you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor, I sent him a text trying
Okay,
to tell him how to
perfect.
do
Then
it.
I'll call it as soon as he
He said he's trying to get in.
as soon as he appears. Yeah, there's no one in the waiting room, but I have the file to the side. Now I have that, on Mr. Wilcoxon's case, Mr. Cobb, did you have an opportunity to speak to your client?
Your Honor, I have had an opportunity to speak to my client. I went and visited him on, I believe it was Monday.
Oh, I didn't put you in a breakout room with him. I apologize.
I don't
I
have
was thinking I
discovery,
did.
Your Honor.
You don't have what?
I'll ultimately be looking for an adjournment to get this.
Okay, I do have a motion for a bond
Okay, no, we're
reduction
waiting.
that's in front of me too. Are we hearing that today? Pardon?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. King, did you get the motion for the bond reduction?
Your Honor, I am only hearing like every other word. I believe this is a very bad connection.
From
I'm in a
Mr. Cobb
building
or
here.
from me?
From both of you, from everybody. I'm gonna log off and log on my cell phone. I'll be back
Okay,
in 2
perfect.
seconds.
Yep, perfect.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
We can hear you. All right, now on People versus Eric Wilcoxon, Mr. Cobb filed a motion for reduction in bond. Did you get a copy of that motion?
I did not.
And it was just filed yesterday.
Yeah, I did not receive a copy of that motion.
Is there a way that I could email you a copy of it?
lking@waynecounty.com.
King@WayneCounty.
Yep, I'll take a look at that.
Okay.
Is he currently incarcerated?
He is. That's him on the screen.
Very good. I'll take a look at that motion. I would like a few minutes to prepare before we have to argue.
No, absolutely. Go ahead. Let me know whenever you're ready, Mr. King.
Yeah, I haven't received that email yet from Mr. Cobb. As soon as I do, I'll take a look over it and I'll inform the court when I'm ready.
Bill King. Should be at the bottom of the forwarded email. I forwarded it to you.
Okay, the email has not come through yet.
You said lking@waynecounty.com?
That's correct, yep.
Okay.
I received it. I'm gonna read it now.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Rather brief, and it was what I had expected, so I'm prepared. Your Honor, I'm ready whenever the court is.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and if you're ready, go ahead, Mr. Cobb, on your argument.
Your Honor, my client, he doesn't claim to be a saint. He has a criminal history. However, one thing that he does have working for him is he has no history of absconding. This is the second domestic violence case between himself and the complainant. And Your Honor, one major benefit that my client has is when the last case happened, he appeared every time. He didn't run. And following the last case, he had absolutely no contact with the complainant throughout his probationary period or anything else. The biggest thing is they have a child in common, Your Honor. After it had no contact with the complainant in this case for approximately a year, maybe a year plus, there was a CPS case opened against the complainant, and they risk losing the minor child. And so that's the only reason he even has any contact with the complainant in this case at all, is because of their minor child that they share. There is still an open CPS case. My client is employed at, I believe it's AMI Services. He's in the quality control department. It's a factory warehouse. I don't believe that there's any chance that he'll have any contact with the complainant in this case. His father is actually a family friend, Mr. McAllister. He stated that he's committed to housing my client if he were to be released with a reduced bond. And
Are you suggesting leaving the tether,
yes,
making it a personal bond or a reduced cash bond with a tether?
Yes, of course, the tether, Your Honor. Of course, the tether. And yes, we're just looking for, if at all possible, a personal so that he can get back to work. He hasn't been working for, I think, a couple weeks now. I believe he was arrested on the 1st or somewhere near it. So it's been a couple weeks since he's been working, but I have had a chance to contact his lawyer through his co-workers, and they stated he does still have a job there. And so we're seeking to get him back to work if at all possible, but definitely with the tether, Your Honor.
Mr. King, response?
Your Honor, the bond on this case is a bond that I personally requested. And I did that for a number of reasons, primarily the concern for the safety of the complaining witnesses.
Well, let me ask you a question before you continue. There's a allegation that there's some likelihood, because CPS is involved, if this man is not out of jail, and I presume that would be so that he could have his child, that there may be a placement issue with the child. Yeah, I take it you have not talked to the complainant. I mean, that may change her dynamics, because I know if it were me, I mean, the dynamics changes when you have a situation where CPS is involved.
I last spoke with the complainant about a week ago on this case. And again, Your Honor, I understand the court's concern and I understand the concern regarding the minor child. However, the complainant remains incredibly fearful of the defendant.
And with the GPS, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, as long as he has a GPS tether, you know,
I understand, Your Honor. However, in light of the circumstances, the fact that he just got off probation for assaulting this person previously, the light of the fact that he has an extensive violent criminal history, and in light of the fact that he has continued to assault this person after going through the probationary period, including a no contact order, including batterers counseling, I think it's very clear that his behaviors have not changed. If anything, they've only escalated, and he
shouldn't have. No, and I understand your concern, and I hear you, and I understand the and I'm sympathetic to the victims' concerns. Mr. Cobb, what kind of a bond, absence a personal bond, what kind of bond can your client's family post?
Your Honor, I'm not sure at this time. The person who actually retained me isn't actually a family member. It's the mother of a coworker that he works with. I don't think that they have great financial capabilities. If he could possibly get a 10% provision, I think that might help.
I'll do that. And I know your concerns, Mr. King. I am going to make it 20,000, 10% with the GPS tether.
Thank you, Your
Honor. Now on to the status of this case. What are we doing with this?
Your Honor, I'm going to be seeking to hold the exam. However, I need to get discovery. So I'd look for maybe a couple weeks out for me to get discovery. And
1, 2, 3 weeks, your choice.
Let's have 3 weeks. So hopefully he can get out and I can get discovery and we can meet in person.
Okay. I'll adjourn the PCC. I'm laughing because everybody's asking for 3 weeks. So apparently that's the magic number today.
Are we talking about an exam 3 weeks out?
No, an adjourned PCC, Mr. King.
Right.
An adjourned PCC in 3 weeks, that works. Mr. Cobb, can you please email me at that same email address a request for discovery so that I can add this to my discovery list?
And
Certainly.
Mr. Cobb, can
Certainly.
you email Miss Mortsfield in my up in the front, Mr. Wilcoxon's phone number and email address so that we have it for our records?
Okay, I can get that information.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Mr.
I'm
Wil-
gonna leave it without a date. I'm gonna presume that he's gonna be out, but it'll be at 11 if he's not out. And if he is out, they'll send a different time, okay?
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you
all
very
right.
much.
Anything else for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Wilcoxon, you're free to go. If there's an officer, is there an officer there?
Yes, ma'am.
Officer, do you have the other three defendants that we have, Boyer, Brumbill, and Wallace?
You know, Judge, I'm over at the old jail across the street, but those other defendants are with my partners at another jail.
Okay.
I'll reach out to them and let them know you're ready.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much and have a great day.
No problem, you too.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, on People versus Glenn Patton, on behalf of the people,
Laura Morales Smith for the people, Your Honor.
on behalf of Mr. Patton, Mr. Barker,
Stephen Barker, P36030, on behalf of Mr. Patton, Your Honor.
and Mr. Patton is also on this call. Or I'm presuming that's him, that with the Glenn's 11 Pro Max. Can you hear me, Mr. Patton? Maybe
Go ahead
not.
and identify yourself.
I don't think he can hear us.
Let me text him, Your Honor. I've got him on the message at the same time. Shoot. And I'm texting him to turn on his audio. Glenn, can you hear us? Glenn? Your Honor, he's asking if he can call in somehow.
That's fine. He can call into you and just put him on speaker.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you.
Ah, now we got you. Now you're on. Okay.
Sorry. Apologize.
No, you're good. Wait, you're not the first person to have that issue, trust me. On People versus Glenn Patton, now that we have the defendant on, what's the status of this case, Mr. Barker?
Well, Your Honor, we just got the notice of the last week that the case, that the warrant was out there. He was not aware
Okay,
of that.
yep, I see that.
And so we have no discovery of any sort yet. So we would need to get discovery. I guess for the moment, we would ask to waive the notice requirements for this and the preliminary examination and adjourn it out a week or two. I won't ask for
Your
3 weeks,
choice,
'cause
1 week, 2 weeks, it's your choice.
I will avoid 3 weeks, Your Honor, because I know the morning
Thanks.
you're having with that. Court's indulgence for just a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Let's see. The morning of the 28th, Your Honor?
I'll adjourn it to the October 28th date. And Heather, is it okay? Heather, is it okay if I do it at 10:30? The 28th. I'll do it at 10:30, Mr. Barker. So, Mr. Patton, you're gonna call in 2 weeks back into my Zoom, right where you're at right now, on
Yes, sir.
on the 28th at 10:30, okay?
Thank you, Your
Lori,
Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me
sir.
give you my email and you can send the discovery over to me.
Go for it, sir.
It's sbark, B-A-R-K, law, L-A-W, @yahoo.com.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
Thank
Can
you,
you
Your Honor. Be well, everybody.
You too. And then we're just waiting on the jail on the 3 defendants, and then, Ms. Morales Smith,
You
we
can leave,
have
Glenn.
Kier Howland also, with Mr. Pearlman. So whoever shows up first will go ahead and do those cases. All right, so we just wait.
Your Honor, this is Matt Evans. We were up this morning on White.
Oh,
Sands.
yeah, I saw that you sent an email over or asked what email address you should use for the protective order. Heather, what's your email? Will you type it in the chat to Mr. Evans?
Thank you.
I saw it. I didn't realize you were still on. I was just going to,
No problem.
so she should say, did you hear me, Heather?
Got it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well.